probably being like everybody, not just in our family, you just don't like take the time to stop and say, I really appreciate you, or you really are the best, or these are the things I really admire about you. And I just thought, a big birthday like this is a really appropriate time to make that happen. And because we believe in the biblical mandate to celebrate, but it's a discipline to celebrate, just like it's a biblical discipline to read your Bible or pray or have a relationship with Jesus, that it's important to celebrate too, the things that God has done in your life. And Mom spends a lot of time celebrating other people and their accomplishments, like, our birthdays and my 3 kids and our graduations. And so we don't get very often to celebrate her. Some things in Proverbs 31 that once I started reading it, actually, again, there's a lot more in here besides her children rising up to call her blessed. It's a lot of the things that are true of my mom. That she rises early, like at 4 a.m., to drive downtown to work. And I promise you it's not
That's
for
in
the
Proverbs?
money, because it's at FBA. And while we have lots of fun memories and a great education, they don't pay a lot. So she gets up early, and it says that she selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. And I know all of y'all, because you all know my mom really well, know that that's not just like a metaphor. She really does that. She was a seamstress and the one that sews and makes things, crafts and cakes and things that I will never be able to do. She's done for years and years and years. And part of the pictures, there may be some in here today, but I could make an entire album just of the cakes that she's made for just my children. Every birthday and every time I come and say, would you make another cake? This is what I want. And then she makes it. She gets up for her family. She gets up while it's still dark and provides food for her family. And for those of y'all that have been at my mom's house anytime recently, that's true. There's always an abundance of food. In fact, my children would rather be at Grandma's house than my house because there's so much food there. There's always pink lemonade, and there's always something sweet to eat, and all their favorite things. And I know that she does that to keep it stocked just for them. She considers a field and buys it, and out of her earnings she plants a vineyard. And that just speaks to me of being productive and also having wisdom. And those are things that have always described my mom. She sets about her work vigorously, and her arms are strong for her tasks. She moves giant bookshelves in the middle of the night instead of calling her sons-in-law to come and do it for her, because she can. She makes linen garments and sells them. She even did that, like in real life. She sewed for money. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. That's true, and it's not something I've always appreciated about my mom, because sometimes when I come in, I just want to talk. She's not eating the bread of idleness. She's like, Lizzie, I'm walking around, and she's like, come on, walk with me. And I'm walking around, and Mom, come on, I'm trying to talk to you. But she doesn't. She's at work all the time. But I really do appreciate that about you. And I find myself being more and more that way the older I get. It says charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting. Although I have to admit, I hope I look like you when I'm 60.
Bless your heart.
But a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Give her the reward she's earned, and let her works bring her praise at the city gate. Mom, I just hope that at the end of tonight, after you've forgiven us for surprising you, maybe embarrassing you, that you'll remember that you are a woman blessed, and that we really love you and appreciate you and respect you